And I got that call and it was like a, oh shit kind of moment. It was like, wow. It was an ego hit, dude. It was 100% an ego hit. Smacked me in the face and was like, all right, how are you going to adapt to this situation?
Yeah. Ziza connection. Welcome back. We're connecting with Ryan Lange with Gen Z today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed already, I know a lot of you aren't subscribed, go hit the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. But today we're focusing on Ryan because he's in town and I had to get him on the show because I don't know when he's coming back to town.
Yeah, not soon. Not entirely soon.
Yeah, okay. See,
once it's cold, I'll be
Okay.
back in here.
Yeah, we're currently in the hottest time of the year. It's like 117 degrees outside right now.
So that's the last I saw.
Yeah. So, you've had a busy last 12 months.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So obviously Gen Z festival target market, selling hydration backpacks. During this time, the whole pandemic hit, sales hit the floor. No festivals are happening. Stopped running ads, shut off everything. I was still living at home in Jersey, still had plans to be moving out in Denver, and I was still going to do that. So came out to Denver in September. Obviously, nothing's going on. Festivals aren't coming back. But I need to get here, get my sea legs, get everything situated. But I needed to make some cash. I needed to. I moved out of the house because I could have stayed home. My dad was cool with that, but I wanted to like get out on my own.
Adult, leave.
Yeah, do your thing. I wanted to be in Denver where everyone's cool. The mountains to run in, and I was confident I could figure it out, but. Shit, dude, that was some stressful times. I knew what I wanted to do. So with Gen Z, I developed a hydration backpack, designed it all. With that, I started to have people come and ask me like, how did you design this? How did you, who's making this? How did you get in contact with people making this? So I'm like, well, shit, I could like be profitable off making stuff for other individuals and helping
being
other
like a product design.
Yeah, design consulting. So I was saying that for a few months, telling people that's what I was going to do. But, I just didn't really start working on it until probably February. I wasn't making much cash. I had to start running people's dogs for 20 an hour.
Damn.
Start grinding it out as I was building out. It's Persistent Design is the company now. I now in 2 months, I got 3 paying clients.
Good shit.
And a couple more proposals that I sent out, and my anxiety has really gone down a lot. But dude, it was stressful, man. You say you're gonna do stuff, but then once you get in the thick of it and you start running ads and no one's clicking on your ads, you start to really get a little scared. So, but nah, man, I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm making some good money. Festivals are coming back. Gen Z is coming back. Everything is looking a lot better.
Well, even with Gen Z, it seems like you kind of pivoted once the pandemic hit. And you started making you made smaller runners.
Yeah, so
pack, right?
I got into chest utility packs, running chest packs, as they're called. And I knew along the whole time that I needed to get the branding away from rave and lasers in your face and more to like outdoors in general.
Open up your market.
Yeah, exactly. Because let's say a hiker goes on my website and they see someone headbanging, they're like, okay, maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
But if they, if a raver goes on, sees someone hiking, maybe someone posing with the bag and the festival in the background, okay, that makes more sense, right? So it broadens up my target market. And now I have the product to actually, give to runners, because the hydration pack, yes, it's great for hiking, but it's not exactly totally built for running in terms of of zippers, inverted zippers that may cause, abrasions on the back, just stuff little things, there's better options for the really interested runner.
So you actually had the opposite problem most people have when they start businesses, which is you niche down too far.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say too far because in the beginning, I was still in college when I started Gen Z. I didn't have a lot of money.
Right.
So you can't spit out to everyone. It's better to really narrow down who you're marketing to. But what you're saying, yes, most people might just like throw a product out and see where it bites. I knew where mine was going to bite for sure.
Okay. Interesting. And then you had an experience. You don't have to talk about this. I'm not sure if you're contractually able to or not.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really know all the like contract deals. I can't talk about what happened. on the
Okay.
show.
But you can say that you did go on.
Yeah,
to
I did.
film
I
for
did.
Shark
I
Tank.
filmed on Shark Tank. Ended up not. And dude, that's another thing. You know, coming to Denver, I'm like, hell yeah! Like Shark Tank's gonna air. You know, I'm gonna get some great sales out of this
Exposure, good
exposure.
shows,
Gen
yeah.
Z's gonna do great, even though it's a pandemic. And I got that call, and it was like a oh shit kind of moment. It was
Yeah.
like, wow. It was an ego hit, dude. It was 100% an ego hit. Smacked me in the face and was like, all right, how are you going to adapt to this situation?
Yeah.
And that was right in the midst of when I was starting up persistent design. So, you know, if I didn't have that movement, I would have, you know, really been setting myself up for failure. But
Yeah. But you're good at rebounding. That's something I've noticed. I've known you for what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
And you're good at rebounding. You're good at keeping yourself centered, I suppose is a good way to say it.
yeah. Like when you met me right after I had my first DNF in ultra running.
No way. I didn't know that.
Dude, that was definitely my first like.
What happened there? What's the story?
Dude, all right. So I've done 200-mile races previous to this third one I was going to try. There's 3 in the race series.
It's a little aggressive.
It is a little aggressive. I understand. It's my thing, man. Everyone's got their thing, you know?
I hear you.
I'm a crazy runner. I like to, you know, venture out, see what I'm made of, and you meet a lot of cool people. So third of the 200-mile races, and I went in, you know, feeling confident. Yeah, I've done 2 of these before. I start, you know, first 30 miles, I'm in the top 10. I'm like, hell yeah, feeling good. And I just totally didn't pay attention to the small things. I intook too much salt, too much sodium, because I was training in New Jersey, humidity, eating a lot of salt pills. Went out to Washington, it's 70 degrees, barely any humidity, and I'm still eating a lot of salt pills. And took so much salt, my body swelled up.
Oh.
Feet swelled and just tore up tendons and ligaments in my feet and couldn't walk. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it is.
You just had to stop because your feet were just...
I couldn't walk because my feet were so swollen. Yeah. And yeah, man, that was a kick in the butt. But like I said, rebounded hard from it. I'm going out to punch that race in the face in August.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's something you kind of resonate that kind of energy, I guess. You know what I mean? That like resilience.
Yeah.
It's like a part of your being almost.
Hell yeah, dude. So. When something punches you in the face, you got to get back up and punch it right in the teeth.
Yeah. Where'd you learn that from? Where'd you pick that up?
Dude, just through running. Just like
really,
running is a teacher, man. And you look at me, like I am not a runner. I don't really look like one. I'm shorter. I'm thicker. You know, I never have been fast. I've never been like a crazy athlete. But you know, I got into running to lose weight. I was in college, had nothing else to do. Did a marathon, cool, 50 miles. All right. My dad started liking being my crew, you know, finding me at aid stations, giving me support and food. And we started going on cool adventures. Did a 100-miler. I was still in college, still had plenty of time. And I was like, the hell do I lose?
Right.
Tried a 200-miler and here we are, man. And that running, like I said, it teaches you resilience. Like you're out there pressing the limits, but it also, you are not comfortable. And I strongly recommend reading Michael Easter's book, The Comfort Crisis.
Okay.
And he talks about, he got an ultra running too. And you know, he's not a runner at all. But when you put yourself through the ringer and you become uncomfortable in something, it doesn't have to be running. It could be swimming. It could be it could be Jeopardy. It could be anything. But when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations and you really push yourself, you like finish with this overwhelming sense of gratitude and fulfillment in yourself. And I think that's why a lot of people in modern society have self-confidence issues and like have, you know, psychology, like bad issues.
Like you haven't really done, you've never tested
You've
yourself.
never pushed yourself, bro. You're not like, you know, we got food at the grocery store. We got Netflix right on our screen. We got, you know, cars to take us to and from. We've evolved into society, which is amazing, but people have forgotten that you still need to maintenance the body and the mind in a way. Right.
Yeah. And so when you're running, are you in a state of mind where you're like, okay, just, is it a consistent thing where you're just like in a zone? Are you in a zone the whole time? Or are you in a position where you hit roadblocks where you're like, fuck, I can't do this anymore. I need to keep going?
Both. Definitely both. Dude, Monday morning after a Sunday meal, nice thick coffee. I am flying high, feeling great, creative thoughts Monday morning, stopping on my run, writing everything down in this state of flow. Sometimes I black out when I'm running. Like I'm
You
like,
just forget where
you
you
just
are.
forget. You're just like, you're just so deep in thought and thinking about ideas and what you need to accomplish for the day. And you're like, holy shit, that was a mile and a half. No way. But in 50, 100 mile or 200 milers, you hit some walls. You're like, holy shit, I got 86 miles to go. It's 3 a.m. I'm hungry as hell and I'm out here alone. Yeah, you hit those lows, but you gotta, this is where I actually do talk to myself a lot, because when you're out there alone, you need some sort of voice of reason. So you just talk it out with yourself. You're feeling good.
What are you saying to yourself?
Yeah,
What are you
dude,
saying?
like, wow, look at these stars. Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if there's any animals out here that would be my friends. Just like weird shit that you wouldn't do when you're just, with
Do you
other
have?
humans.
Are you listening to anything?
Dude,
like
you
that?
get sick of music after
Really?
a while. You get sick of podcasts. You get sick of just something like in your ear.
So you're just listening to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
I like it.
Yeah. No, just hearing shit. Hearing elk bugle. That was really cool in Moab. Just like all of a sudden, sun's coming up and I'm hearing an elk. I can't see it, but it's like right there, probably 50 to 100 yards bugling. And you will not experience that anywhere else. And I don't know how it didn't like hear me or
I
something.
mean, it probably did. It probably knew you were there. It was just like, oh, there's another human running. There's another human.
Yeah, another crazy motherfucker on the trail doing 200 miles.
Yeah. Honestly, though, what species does? I don't know if there are any species of animals that like run or do endurance based things for leisure.
No, not for leisure. I mean, obviously to hunt and to.
It's a necessity.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? I think why like the running high is a thing is because we were bred to chase down prey, kill
or
them,
run away from predators.
or run away. We were, we evolved to sweat. Other animals still pant, so we could cool ourselves off and continue to go. And I think because
I didn't know that. Wow,
you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's why we sweat.
Yeah, exactly. So we were bred to be more endurant. Is that a word? To have more endurance.
We'll make it a word.
Yeah, we'll make it a word today. Sorry, not an English major.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, we and I think because this runner high is a thing is because when we're running, our body's like, okay, we're gonna get food. This is just all like my theories that I have.
Okay.
But that's why I think the runner's high is a thing, and I know it's a thing. And I know people could find flow in a ton of other things too, like yoga flow. People write. I wish I could write. I wish I could find flow in writing and reading. But yeah, man, like I said, running's just my thing.
Yeah. So are you planning on taking running to a different level? Like, what is your goal with running specifically?
I mean, the everlasting goal is just overall health, obviously. I do need to tone it down. After this 200 miler, I need to focus on really building up my brands, obviously.
2 businesses you have.
Yeah, lately with running, I'll be running and just kind of like get anxious that I didn't answer a couple emails, I've been working on Sunday nights to kind of like reduce that anxiety on Mondays.
Right.
But no, man, I'm not that super. I will never be super fast. Even I think as hard as I work, I just truly don't have the body type.
You got genetics.
Yeah, man, which is fine. I just got my running coach certification. I haven't put much effort into building up and getting clients just because stuff's popping off with persistent design. But I want to like show other individuals what I did and the success, the personal fulfillment that I've gotten out of pushing myself through running.
Right.
And I know like, dude, if you really wanted to, you could run a marathon. You could run a 50 miler if you truly wanted to. Any human body is capable of doing it. I'm telling you that right now.
I'll take that for what it is. I have even running the mile in high school.
Dude, I was like that too, bro. Okay. I was a 235 pound chubby motherfucker and I could not run for shit. I hated running. Dude. But there's like this 2-month period in running where it sucks. It absolutely sucks. You're like, why am I doing this? But your body adapts. The micro muscles in your knees, like I was talking about earlier, start to become bigger and they support your joint so you don't get any more knee pain. Same thing happens in your ankle. Your body starts to become more efficient. Your blood pressure goes down. Your heart rate goes down. Dude, I got an EKG in 2019. My heart rate was 39.
That's aggressive.
39.
That's aggressive.
I know.
That's aggressive.
My cardiologist, I guess, my grandpa wanted me to go because he's all afraid of all this running I do to like get myself checked out. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And the cardiologist was like, I don't need to see you for 20 years. Please don't come back. You're fine.
He was like, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's the thing that I want to be the guy where the common individual says, oh, you shouldn't run. Running's bad for your knees. No, you are very wrong. Running actually, I think it's 70 something. It might be 73%. That if you are a runner, you have a 73% less chance of getting arthritis in your knees.
Because I mean, it makes logical sense if you sit back and think about it, rather than just like taking all the information that the world wants to give you. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if you're not working those muscles, if you're not working to like strengthen them over time, they're just going to deteriorate
if you don't
over time anyways.
You lose it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've tried to pick up cycling a little bit, not like actually road bike cycling, but I got a hybrid bike, go out and do like 5-10 miles here and there. And I've been enjoying that a whole lot.
Nice.
There's something about running that seems like there's a lot more effort that goes into it. Like the act of picking your legs up and like throwing yourself forward is kind of excessive, I guess, for someone that likes to cycle.
And I will say the biggest thing of running versus cycling is I think I read an article on running can potentially wear out your plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
Whereas cycling, that's obviously not really a thing. So running versus cycling, that is obviously, running is a lot more strenuous for sure.
Right.
But I'm a strong believer. I stretch before I run. I stretch 6 days a week. I am a strong believer that stretching is what's, led me to not really get many injuries
keeps you nimble.
Yeah. In my running career. And I have a golf ball under my desk and I just roll it on my foot throughout the day. And that does something to your plantar fasciitis and kind of opens it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerve endings in your feet too, so it probably just feels really good.
Yeah, it does feel
Keeps
good.
you calm,
Yeah.
like relaxed.
Yeah, sometimes I'll put it in the freezer and I'll rub it on my foot.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep it in a section of the freezer that like no one really touches though, because it's kind of gross.
Yeah, you got to put it. Maybe you got like a little cup, put it in the cup in the freezer.
Yeah. And I'm moving in with my girlfriend, and I don't really know what she's gonna think about me doing that. So.
Trust me, after being around my girlfriend as much as I am, it's everything becomes normal.
Okay, good.
You don't have to worry about that.
Good.
So let's talk a little bit more about Gen Z.
Yeah. Sorry.
What is your goal with Gen Z now? So you've again kind of shifted out of just being a rave brand, a rave hydration pack brand, now doing more runner stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any new products that you're working on?
Yeah. So the not working on right now. Inventory costs money.
Right.
So that I have money tied up in the new chest rigs that I just launched. But the chest rigs are new and they are different. They're essentially a fanny pack on your chest.
I saw that. I love that.
Yeah.
That looks so sick.
It looks dope. People are skeptical about it though.
Why?
Because it's new. It's like, it's a different design. People haven't seen it. It wasn't around in the early 2000s. It wasn't around in 2010. It's pretty new.
Right.
There's really, there's a few companies you see people are just now starting to put like fanny packs across their chest, right?
Right.
It's introducing it to the running community and showing how it benefits your common runner who's just carrying a phone and keys on their run, right?
And you even have the little water pouch.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool. Just, dude, it's all matter right now. Overall goal, short-term goal is getting influencers in it to show that it works, right? Show and make the skeptics not so skeptical about it. But overall goal, man, I want to get it, into retail. People have talked a lot about how retail is dead, which yes, it's shifting obviously towards Amazon
in some capacity.
Yeah.
Right.
But like people going on a hiking trip in Moab, right? They're gonna go to the local, hiking shop, whatever, and pick something up, shop around. But I also am just started building on Amazon. Because that 2-day Prime shipping, man, like our generation and the younger kids, like they're gonna expect 2-day shipping, or even like drone next day.
When
shipping.
I'm shopping on Amazon, I don't buy things that don't have next day. Or
same.
Shipping.
I hit the filter, the Prime filter,
100% every time.
So I need to build. Right now, I'm building the SEO on Amazon for the packs. But man, long term. It's just getting it, actually solving a problem for individuals and helping other individuals have a better run, have a better festival experience.
So that's the problem you're solving.
Yeah, definitely.
You're just solving the issue of people not being able to run comfortably.
Yeah, carrying your phone in your hand, right? it's freaking annoying to have
Yeah.
to do that. Or you know, you're in 117 degrees, but you don't want to wear a giant bulky hydration pack, just a little tiny chest rig with a
Yeah,
17,
that's true.
you know what I mean? Something small.
I mean, it makes logical sense when you think about, like, when I see the product, because you've posted images of it and whatnot. When I see the product, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I see why that would be useful.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, I'm like, why wouldn't it be
Right.
adopted by people? Why wouldn't people like it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, it's, you know, like what I've learned through a product-based company, I've learned that it's hard to get people on board. It's not just like Uber where you can download the app and try it out, right?
Right.
It's a $60 purchase.
It's an investment.
It
People have
is.
to make the investment.
Yeah, you know, and I'm learning, you know, I still got a long way to go, Gen Z, but I'm learning what a product-based company, what it truly entails versus persistent design services. I'm just utilizing my skills and expertise and getting paid to do things for individual
Right.
rather than versus convincing others that I am making their lives easier.
So what have you enjoyed more? I know you're still early on with
Yeah.
Persistent.
Yep.
What have you enjoyed more, service businesses or product-based businesses?
I've enjoyed Gen Z a hell of a lot more. I love creating content for it. I love, you know, like styling myself with what I've created. Persistent design, I've made a lot more money in the short term because it's just, I know what I'm doing. I know manufacturers. I know how to speak to them, negotiate with them. Okay, you want to create a new device for, you know, a bathroom? Sure, I got you. I have a plastic injection mold manufacturer. I know how to 3D design it. Takes me like, you know, probably 20 working hours to put everything together. And then that's a couple $1,000s in my pocket. And I'm helping another individual create their dream, you know, product that they believe is going to help other people in the world. So, man, it's tough, but dude, I love creating content for Gen Z.
Do you foresee yourself working with the same clients over? Is doing product design one of those things where you have regular clients that come see you multiple times for different products, or is it new people all the time?
So yeah, I only have 3 clients right now.
Okay.
One of them has already come back with new designs,
There
which
you
is
go.
great. Yeah. It's tough that he is doing clothing though. So like, you know,
Oh, okay. So
jacket,
you're doing inseams and all that, like
well, yeah,
sizing.
yes, exactly. And he wants like, you know, innovative like vents on the back for aeration. So, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That's a tough question to answer.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both like your creations, so you kind of have to like both of them.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the function of the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what you're doing sometimes can be more enjoyable than what you're doing in another facet.
Function, I will say Gen Z because it's all shit I like to do. Going to festivals, running, you know. If I get someone coming to me to like want to, not that I won't be enthusiastic about it, but like design a new glassware set for a kitchen, right? Not my forte. Could I do it? Yeah.
Right.
Am I super passionate about it? Not totally, but I'm going to do the best of my ability to make it happen.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like me. I'm trying to start up a podcast production company to go out and, like, you know, be mobile rather than you having to go to a studio. I'll come to you. I'll set it up, give you all of the product.
Nice, dude.
As well as the marketing material and stuff like that. Now, I don't love editing. I don't love, you know, spending my time on Premiere Pro or on Photoshop or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm good at it. I've learned how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of my stuff looks really professional. It's something I can offer to other people and make some money at the same time.
Yeah.
So why not utilize a skill that you've learned over time? You know what I mean?
That's same point, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool concept, dude.
Yeah. Every time I kept looking for places to go like record my own podcast prior to, I was like, I don't want to have the same background, like the same setting as everybody else who comes here and records a
same
video
Zoom
podcast.
look.
Same look, same walls, same everything. Like there's nothing special about that.
Dude, dude, the podcasting community is growing
like crazy.
Dude, over the pandemic, like everyone and their mother was starting a podcast.
Yeah.
It's just like a mobile bike shop kind of deal. That's cool.
I hadn't heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
People like van them. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Mobile bike shops.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, they were big where I was from in Jersey. There was 2 people doing it. Yeah.
Interesting. They come give you tune-ups and all that
Yeah,
stuff, and then
they'll drive
out.
to you, dude.
That's super smart, babe. You got to look into that for like a mobile bike shop. Come here and do all the tune-ups. Well, there's a bike shop across the street here, so
you don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that. But that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think talking about Amazon again.
Yeah.
I think Amazon really pressed people into a culture where we almost like, I don't want to say we need it, but at this point we almost need to have things come to us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is both a good thing and a bad thing.
Again, comfortable.
Right. Comfortable for sure. But let's go back to retailers.
Yeah.
So where do you think retail is going in the future? Because you have a good business sense to some degree or another.
Yeah.
So what do you think the world of retail is going to look like in the coming years?
I mean, it's tough with the pandemic, we're going to have to see how many people are truly like kind of afraid for the rest of their life to be going to
like
retail.
Shell shocked. And
versus just, let's look it up on Amazon.
Right.
I'll tell you this. I don't know if it means anything. I try to stray away from going to retailers because it's a waste of my time.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Dude, I get anxious if like I miss a freaking green light goes red and I'm having to wait another 2 minutes. You know what I mean? That could just be me though.
Right.
But I strongly believe that the small shops are still going to stick around. Like the Sears, the Kmart, all these big places that I feel as if Amazon is going to kind of kill.
So the more hyper-focused stores are going to stick around.
Yeah, but like it's also going to become experience, dude. Like you walk into an REI and you got someone right there to like help you find everything too.
Right.
And they're a cool individual, right? So it's tough, dude. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. That's why I'm kind of spearheading doing both, building SEO on Amazon. And I got an entire email list that I'm going to start emailing out of running stores across the US. Hey, here's 2 free samples. See if they sell in your store. You know.
Well, as an avid Shark Tank watcher yourself, you understand the value of having both.
Yeah.
Because you can't, realistically speaking, maybe a decade ago it would work for you to go retail only. But in today's day and age, it's not possible.
No, it's definitely not possible.
Yeah, you have to be able to spread yourself thin to some degree. And I guess spreading yourself thin just means you're adaptable. You have to be able to adapt today's world, man.
And like, starting, like if I went to first of all, with retail, I learned that they only buy from like the big names like Hasbro, like Disney, for example. It's the hydration backpack with the custom skins, putting Mickey Mouse on it would be a great Disney thing, right? Kid I graduated college with, his mom was the the head of direct to consumer for Disney.
Okay.
And I spoke to her and I was like, look, I want to, how could I sell, get some in Disney's, stores in Epcot, whatever. And she's like, we only really buy from Walmart, Hasbro, the big guys. Like they don't deal with smaller guys.
I think it's because they can ensure product when they need it. You know what I mean? They don't have to think about worrying about whether or not we can get the product in or this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that, I mean, obviously there's probably some politics involved with that kind of shit too, and regarding like,
dude,
relationships here and there.
Yeah.
But as me personally, I would think it just has to do with product, like knowing you can get the product in.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense though, because like if the product's good, like
you should want to sell it.
Yeah. And the business can adapt and figure out how the hell to get you more product. Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some business owners out there that don't do that, and maybe they've had experiences like that. I don't know. But yeah. Now, and again, if I went, what I was going to say is REI is not going to pick up a festival hydration pack, right? How many festival heads walk through REI all the time, right? So there really wasn't a retailer that I could go to, and sponsoring these events like Gold Rush and Decadence, I don't really make a whole lot of money. I break even at them. It's all for awareness, dude. Like I had a kid come up to me and he was like, look, I saw you sponsored Gold Rush. I saw your sponsor in Decadence. I had to buy a hydration pack. You know what I mean? It's all about just like showing and building that trust and having good engagement. So, and running, my money is more well spent targeting people on Facebook, on Google search ads where I'm popping up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I'll tell you this. I meant to talk to you about this when I walked in. Apple is whacking Facebook hard, dude.
With ads?
Oh yeah. So when you get the new update, you're going to get a chance to opt out.
Okay.
And that opting out, if you opt out, let's say you see my ad on Facebook now. You opted out. You see my ad on Facebook. You click shop now. You go to my website. I have no idea what you're doing on my website now. You could add to cart, you could purchase. I have no clue.
Even with your Pixel ID on your website?
Pixel doesn't matter. It's only for people that don't opt out. Yeah. It's crazy. So we're switching up the tactics to retarget people, not that added to cart because we can't track it anymore, but people that click shop now. It's tough, dude. Apple's cracking down. And that's, you know what? Apple is going to become an even bigger company because now they're working.
Control it.
Well, they're now kind of like working for the people a little bit, I
Yeah.
guess, or at least they're acting like it. You know what I mean?
That's my thing, man. All these companies, all these big name, huge companies. I'm a big proponent of intentional bottlenecking. You know what I mean? Intentional bottlenecking is the idea that you kind of bottleneck your company at a certain growth rate or at a certain point where you can't grow any further. And you would do that to ensure customer service. You would do that to ensure quality of product, all that different kind of stuff. I love that concept because half the time you see these big name companies doing things for the people when really it's just a good marketing tactic.
Yeah.
That's my issue with
It's
it.
all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it's all
man.
smoke and mirrors.
Did you watch? You got to watch Super Size Me too.
There's a second one?
Dude, he made a second one. This guy opened his own chicken store, chicken sandwich store. And he basically like, you know, you walk into McDonald's, there's wood. It's like fresh lettuce on the walls. It's all this bullshit.
Yeah.
He like made all the branding. It's like a picture of this grimy ass chicken on the wall. And it's like, you've been lied to for years. This is what you're actually eating. And then it's like they have a chicken sandwich on display and they show the sprayed on like grill marks. He's like, they've been spraying on grill marks your entire life.
I didn't know they did that.
Oh yeah, dude. It's whack, dude. You learn a lot. And that's why I got my own chickens in the backyard. I don't kill them. I eat them for eggs. But dude, I will say I have not been eating as much chicken recently after I got chickens and after I watched that. It's whack, dude.
Well, shoot, I have a lot of chicken.
Dude,
I gotta make sure that I find protein source.
Yeah, I know. Like, well, the eggs are the biggest thing with eggs is these chickens are sitting around cooped up. They're super stressed out. So that cortisol, that hormone, which is stress, leads to the egg that we eat. So we are eating stressful hormones. That's why my chickens cluck around all day, eat bugs, fuck shit up in the backyard, and they're happy.
Right.
And I eat happy eggs all the time.
Sorry, that's my mom.
That's right. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. I'll call you back in a little bit. Interesting. I didn't know that. How hard is it to take care of chickens?
Dude, they are very low maintenance.
Really?
Very low maintenance.
Just feed them once a day and you're good?
I mean, I just throw a fuck ton of food in the coop, give them water. They're cool. They're kind of like dogs, to be honest.
You're like manage yourself.
Yeah, they do. They do. They cluck. You let them out. They are kind of annoying. They cluck around at like 6 a.m. when I want to sleep in on the weekends because they want to come out. They just literally, they scan the backyard for bugs all day. Bedtime's at 8 and they go up, perch in the coop. That's it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and like they obviously they poop, but like it's all in the grass and dirt, and you don't really see it.
It's good for the fertilizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
But no, man, they're very low maintenance, and they're actually pretty affectionate like creatures. Like they
like
come up to you.
Pet them and
oh
stuff.
yeah, they come up to you. The one dude, I had a piece of pancake. I was just like eating it in the morning. I always have my coffee with them, and the chicken freaking jumped up and grabbed the piece of pancake out of my egg like a dog. I was baffled.
See if you have like maple syrup flavored eggs come out of that one.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
That's funny. So you're getting into kind of more sustainable living lifestyle kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the food supply. My brother became vegan because he's like definitely super sketched out about the food supply. I need meat to be feeling good, you know what I mean?
Satiated.
Yeah, I didn't want to be an uneducated individual constantly shitting on him. I tried to go vegan for a week. And dude, I was constantly eating. I was so hungry.
You just never felt full.
Yeah. And I was eating nothing but carbs.
Yeah, that doesn't work out well.
You know?
Yeah.
Nothing but carbs. And it's just like the thing that sucks is like, yo, Brandon, you want to like go get something to eat? I can't eat there. Like I can't, you know what I mean? It's like
there's a certain balance you have to be able to have to live like a happy life, I guess. It's a fulfilled life.
It's like going out and getting a beer and a burger. You know, it's like you can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
you walk into
like
7-Eleven.
A staple with the boys. You have to do beers and burgers, brats and beers. That's when we do out here. Me and Jason actually.
Brats.
There's a place called Brat House out here.
Nice.
And you can get a boot of beer. Like it's actual glass boot.
Nice.
So we'd all just grab a boot and a brat and a giant pretzel and just sit around and bullshit for a couple hours. It's so awesome,
hell
bro.
Yeah.
Experiences like that are valuable.
Yeah.
You have to have those.
Yeah. And I understand where the food supply is going, but that's why I want to live, kind of out in the mountains a little bit more.
Like homestead style.
Yeah. Like maybe get a cow down the line. Maybe like, I'm definitely going to get into elk hunting. Definitely.
Hunting?
Yeah. I hunted back in New Jersey. I hunted whitetail. And dude, wild meat that's been running around its whole life. It
lasts a while too. If you chop it up.
Oh yeah, dude.
Lasts forever.
Bro, I think I got 40 pounds of meat. The weight of the deer before it's dressed, you get about half of that in meat.
Okay.
So I think I got about, it was like, no, maybe it's a little less. I think I remember 40 to 60, and it was a smaller deer. It was a 6-pointer though. But dude, I hear about all these elk hunters and they got 200 pounds of meat. You know how long that'll last you? 200 pounds of meat?
I think wasn't there a Netflix show or something recently where it was like documenting like this group of, I think they're Nordic. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but they killed whales and each family had like one whale
Really?
and that would last them like the year.
Really?
Like all that food, the
That's a
fat,
lot.
everything, they would
Yeah.
kill a whale. It was smaller whales.
Yeah.
Um, but it makes you think about whether or not the way that we supply food now is more or less sustainable than
Right.
what used to be done. For
Right.
example, with elk hunting, right? If every family went out and they decided, I'm going to be an elk hunter and I'm going to pick 2 elks and that's going to feed my family for the year.
Right.
Is that more or less sustainable than the shit we do now?
Yeah, and it's also like it gives you much more a better appreciation of what you're eating. You
Yeah.
got to go out again, revolving back to not being comfortable. You got to go out, hunt for your food, and I will also say this, dude, the adrenaline pump that you get with an animal in your crosshairs is something
Are
that
you shooting or are you with a bow?
Oh, bow.
Okay.
I've never used a gun in hunting.
Okay.
I've used a crossbow, I've used a bow. I need to get better with my bow though if I want to go and try to kill an elk.
Right.
Because I know elk hunting is much harder than white-tailed deer. But yeah, man, again, the comfort thing. We are in a world where stuff is fed to us right away. Like, is it bad? You see how the animals are killed, but is it bad? I don't know. It is a very like up in the air thing. But we have so many people on this planet, we have to do that. You know what I mean?
So yeah, like imagine we all go vegetarian and we all have to grow our food
Yeah.
and grow vegetables.
There's not enough
Bro,
land.
there's not enough land. There's not enough good soil. There's not enough water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'd be screwed out here in Arizona.
Right. We'd be 100% screwed. So it's necessary. And
Yeah.
this is my problem with most issues that people try to solve nowadays
Mhm.
is they try to expel one extreme by adopting another extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not really how it works. You have to be able to find a happy medium between everything to make everything symbiotic and work correctly.
You're philosophical with that stuff, dude.
Try to be. I try to be.
Yeah.
I don't try to be, but it happens.
You just, I mean, that's what makes sense. So
Right,
you
right.
just speak sense.
Right. I mean, it's with everything though. Honestly, maybe I got this from my mom because my mom always used to say, "Know your limit." Like, know your limit. Like, balance is important.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up, that
Yeah.
was her thing. So maybe that's where it comes from. But it just makes common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need if we want to treat things respectfully, then you respect that it has a use to us as humans.
Yeah.
And we respect that it also, can be overdone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And my overall goal is to get to Elon Musk level of doing shit where, okay, we have this problem where society's getting so big. How do we make a cleaner, more sustainable way of eating food, right? Like there's these problems. If we continue to go in this direction, you know how nasty the food supply is going to get eventually. It's just going to be like random cloned fake.
This leads into the conversation of power struggle. Why are people okay? So the speculation is that the world is going to top out at 9 billion. Okay, 9 billion in population. We're at about like what 7.2, 7.3 right now, something like that. Now, imagine people who know that the world is going to top out at 9 billion,
Right.
just based on calculations. That's what we can see. And the people who have money right now are trying to secure a power position for themselves in order to secure their future families' prosperity and like livelihood and comfort levels, right, in the world. That's where I think a lot of the power struggle comes from. And it's from a lot of people who have a lot of money, who also know a lot more than the average person does about the trajectory of the world,
Right.
who are paranoid about what's going to happen to them and their kids and their families. So they're acting out of character to secure themselves that future comfort for their family.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my head's at when I think about that. And maybe that's like an over dramatic way to look at it. But when I think about the way people work, like the way we think, right? You get anxious about random shit all the time, and you do what you can to limit that anxiety. And it doesn't always make sense.
Yeah.
But you do it anyways.
Right.
So why wouldn't it make sense that people who know the trajectory of the world wouldn't make those same decisions at a more drastic level?
Yeah. That's a great way. Dude, you're good with words.
Appreciate it.
I gotta say. And everything you put out on social media, it's just like, wow, this guy makes so much sense.
It makes sense.
It just
makes sense.
Yeah, but I strongly believe it's a skill in being able
Appreciate
to.
that.
Were you a writer in like, did you write a lot? Do you read a lot?
I audiobook a lot. I try to read physically more often, a lot. So most of the books that are on this and that shelf I've read. Few of the ones over there I've read. A couple of them we got at Goodwill just to like spice up the room.
Yeah.
But I got a bunch of books from Goodwill that I would actually read.
Nice.
So I'll probably end up reading those.
When do you read?
Either right when I wake up or before I go to bed.
Okay.
And most of the time, like for example, like I said, it's audiobooking. So I'll hop on my bike, turn on an audiobook, and just pedal away.
Nice.
So
That's good.
That's the easiest way for me to do
good.
it.
Yeah, dude. I want to read more, but bro, there's times I'll work and cook dinner, go back to work till like 8, and I'm just spent, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to read.
Yeah.
I'm so like, I can't read. Like, I'm not comprehending anything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I gotta figure out more of a balance.
Are you trying to read one book?
At the same time? Yes. I'm not trying to bounce around.
I would tell you not to do that.
Really?
I would tell you to bounce around between books.
Interesting.
Treat it like TV series. Sometimes you get bored of a TV series.
Yeah.
You're not interested in it anymore, so you don't have any reason to watch it.
Right.
Same thing with a book. If you find that, you're kind of dwindling on the topic, you're drifting away, you don't really like it, pick up a different book, start reading that.
I just feel bad because I'm like, fuck, I spent $8 on this. Like, I'm wasting like $3. So
most of the time you'll end up coming back to it.
Okay.
Because the ideas will kind of settle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You'll have time to reflect on the ideas of what you read in that one about. Oh, I remember reading that in that book. Like I should see what happens with that story.
Yeah.
That's what I see happens. So try reading different books if you get bored of one and you haven't finished it yet. Also, a Kindle.
Really? Why?
Kindles, because it's easy to pick up a Kindle, turn all the lights off in your bedroom, and read off of your Kindle that has that backlit screen.
Right.
And then it'll slowly put you to sleep. Like if you have trouble going to sleep, a Kindle helps a lot.
Are you having to wear the blue light glasses with that?
Mm.
Like that? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Kindles are awesome. I have my Kindle. I don't use it as much as I should. Like I said, I'm mostly like 80% of the time I'm audiobooking.
Okay.
Just because that's the way my brain works.
Yeah, I've tried to do that on runs, but again, I just flow out and I'm in this creative mindset and I'm not listening to the book
don't
at all.
disturb that. You have a good system going
Yeah.
with your running. But I would say you have to find somewhere to interject reading or audiobooking into your day because it's so useful.
Okay.
So useful.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll do it when I work. I will say when I'm working, I could like zone in sometimes and then I zone out. And then I zone back in and back out.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. That's the thing. A lot of people, I watch YouTube videos while I work and edit and do all that different kind of stuff all the time. And most of the time it's commentary based stuff. So people talking to each other or podcasts, whatever it is, or someone talking about a specific topic.
Just picking bits and pieces.
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just getting little pieces. And then, eventually down the road, you see the video pop up again, you watch it again, you pick up more pieces from it. I don't think, and maybe this is because I have undiagnosed ADHD or something, but to me, it doesn't make sense to read something or watch a video or listen to something the first time through and to fully comprehend everything.
Oh, not at all.
Just
same with
make sense.
movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Inception.
That's true.
I watch it new. I still gain shit every time I watch that movie.
Inception's one of the prime examples of that.
I've tried to watch that high, sober, drunk. Like I'm picking up new shit every time. Still not understanding it almost pretty much at all.
You don't watch any of those like explained videos?
No, I don't go that deep into it, dude.
I love movies enough to do it. Oh, certain movies I'll do it for.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah, that one's whack too.
That one's whack. Crazy movie, man.
Yeah, I love shit like that, dude.
I have to.
I love shit like that. I found like this past year moving to Colorado, funny enough, that I love watching movies high. It's just like
moving to Colorado
10 times better watching a movie high. 10 times. I also started running after like a little 5 milligram edible at mile like 20 at the end of a long run. It like changes up your mindset and just like it makes the run more enjoyable in a different sphere.
Do you see yourself losing form?
No, not at all. No, it's not. It doesn't physically affect me at all. It's a little 5 milligram, has some CBD in it. It has some caffeine in it.
Just enough to give you a head high.
Just enough. Yeah. Give you a little high where like I don't know, man. Like, I'll like put my hood up while I'm running and just kind of like feel like I'm more of a badass dude running and just like think of other stuff. It just changes your mentality and just makes a run a little different. I don't know.
Let's talk about weed.
Yeah, weed, bro.
Let's talk about weed.
I'm not a huge weed guy, honestly. I could like do a 5 milligram edible and that's it, dude.
Really?
I'm a lightweight with weed. I don't like doing a lot because it gets me just like super angst. And dude, the next day I am just so lethargic, so like
So what's your vice
slow.
then? Everyone has a vice.
My vice, I mean, I love beer. I'm not like a crazy, drink all the time guy.
Maybe
What-
running is your vice right
No,
now.
you know what my vice is, bro? Smoked meats.
Smoked
Bro,
meats.
I
I
can
saw
eat-
you make that
Oh,
brisket
dude.
the other day. I was like,
Ah,
damn.
Dude, it's fun. Smoking
Yeah.
meat, it's an art. Dude, there's times where like I'll be with my girlfriend, we'll text our friends, hey, come over, I'm smoking this. People come over, eat it, whatever. There's times where like no one comes over and I got a whole pork shoulder to myself. And I am very happy with that.
Very
Yeah.
I wouldn't complain.
Dude, it is fun. And with the Traeger, with the new technology, the wood pellet, it like siphons in the pellets to keep it a perfect temperature. It's very easy to do. I'll turn on the smoker, go for like a 3-hour run, come back, wrap the meat in tin foil,
Spray it, do whatever.
spray it, do the shit. It's fun, man.
There's something addicting about those barbecue shows too.
Oh, dude,
like,
my
super
Instagram
addicting.
reels, it's just filled of barbecue shit
Dude,
all over.
I don't know what it is about it, why it's so addicting to watch. I haven't figured that one out yet, but those like even the barbecue competition TV shows and stuff,
Yeah,
so fun to watch.
there's some really good guys on YouTube that I watch. Henry SOO, really
think I've seen him.
entertaining dude, so funny, and he just gives the best tutorials. And I've learned pretty much all my stuff from this guy.
Have you seen the Guga Foods guy?
No,
It's like he's a heavier set Brazilian dude with an accent. Funniest guy ever to me. I love his videos. He's big on steak. So he's a big like steak griller and he does experiments with them.
okay.
But yeah, food channels on YouTube, man. Different level of fun.
Oh, yeah, dude. I fall into backcracking like montages.
That's not one I've gotten
Oh,
into.
dude. I'm definitely like, I crack my girlfriend's back every night. I crack like anyone that walks through the house, I'm cracking people's backs, man. It's like, dude, it's kind of like monkeys picking flies out of other monkeys, I feel. You know what I mean? Like they're helping them out. It's like, that's why I get this like weird satisfaction out of it because I feel as if it is like good to release that pressure out of a
Out of
joint.
someone,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I have this like a fix, like wanting to do it to other individuals,
I crack her back all the time. She's not big enough to crack my back. So
Oh.
before you leave, you'll have to crack
Oh,
mine.
I'll crack you so hard,
That'll
dude.
Oh man, I love it. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you too
Nah,
long
dude,
because
thank
you
you.
do have to go to
Go rage, bro.
Yeah, you're going to Excision tonight.
Yeah, the festival scene's back. World's
Festival
back.
scene is back.
We're back, baby.
Let me tell you, I've gone to the last 2 Rawhide events. That stage setup is something else.
Oh,
It's
so
it is
amped,
the
dude.
biggest stage Arizona's ever had.
Really?
It's huge.
Oh my god,
bro.
and Excision's graphics.
It's
Are they
huge.
big LED screens? Or-
So they're changing the actual production for every show. So I
Okay,
haven't seen the
okay,
production
understood.
setup for this one.
Understood.
But for example, for Chris Lake and Fisher, they had no LED screens. It was just giant light tubes. So it was more like classic style, kind of
yeah.
housey vibes, which was awesome. For Excision, I hear that there's supposed to be like 50 plus lasers on the setup.
my god.
So I won't be there. Get me videos.
I will get you plenty of videos. Dude.
But yeah, Excision's gonna be fun tonight.
Nice.
That's gonna be a good time.
Nice.
So I want to give you the floor. Camera there, camera there. Feel free to chat to the people about any message you have for
Yeah.
them, anything you have going on with your life, whatever you want to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking to help other individuals, whether you're trying to create product, trying to get in better physical or mental state, hit me up. I'm sure Piem will put that, all my socials on here. If you want to, lose some pounds, if you want to learn how to start a business, pick my ear, whatever, I'm here to help any other individual that's trying to make themselves a better person.
Yeah, dude's a man of many talents. Definitely hit him up. Everything will be linked down below for sure. So go check him out. I'll link the Gen Z website as well.
Word.
But yeah, we'll get everything linked down there. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely. We've also got a Patreon coming for you guys for those of you who
Nice.
want to support the channel
Nice.
further, as well as some new gear. So couple different ways for you guys to support the channel and what we're doing over here to grow. Again, Ryan, thank you for coming by. Appreciate you a lot. Yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Nice. Dude, this was easily the best podcast I've ever been on. Setup, conversation, like format,
Dude,
everything.